Sweet Jesus, Leonardo, you really let yourself go.
I can say the same thing about you too, Batman.
Been eating a lot of bat burgers lately.
You need to go to the Bat Gym.
Yeah, snort some bat coke.
Oh yeah, totally tubular, dude.
Shoot some bat roids.
Yeah. Borrow Mikey's skateboard.
My parents are dead.
At least you don't have a rat for a dad.
Yeah, but your dad is like a super ninja. My dad was a pussy and got shot in the face.
I know, you couldn't even save your mom.
Secretly, I was okay with that. Bitch. Alright, it hurt.
Yay.
Stupid mask for superhero movie.
Childish mask humor.
Growing up is stupid.
It is. Why would you not see an awesome mask and want to put it on?
I know.
Kids don't get to have all the fun.
No. Back on beat. So I got this one. Kid was walking around with it on Halloween. I didn't take his candy. I'm like, you can have your candy. I want the fucking mask. I got borderline diabetes, but I want your mask.
Yeah. I'm gonna use that and go get candy my own self.
Alright. A little different for us, the Saturday morning cheap seats. We had to see Deadpool 2, which is what we saw today, in the afternoon because of my wife's work schedule and shit like that. So we're going to be filming this here, and then 2 hours later we'll be doing a review for the movie Divergent.
Yep.
So
this may look like a drunk review, but we're just getting started.
Yeah,
so we're not intoxicated just yet.
No, I'm actually taking my first sip now. And this is a mixture of, what is it, maple and vanilla?
Mm-hmm.
Good God.
It's really good. It's going to be a good night.
Oh my God. It tastes like somebody put vanilla extract in maple syrup.
Yes, it's delicious.
God, that's good. Yum. Alright, so
It's really good.
Deadpool 2. This is going to be a very hard video to do without giving away spoilers.
I think we should do like a few minutes, just our thoughts and opinions, talk about the trailers, and then give a spoiler alert.
Yeah, do like a couple minutes of spoilers, yeah, because there's some stuff that we got to talk about.
Because we got to talk about some stuff.
If you did not like the first Deadpool, you won't like this movie.
No.
And if you didn't like the first Deadpool, you won't fucking watch my channel.
If you tuned out a long time ago, if you didn't like Deadpool, you watch us.
My cute friend Jenny that I always talk about, she asked me what we were watching next. I said Deadpool. She said she wasn't a fan.
I hope you unfriended her.
No, I'll give her a pass on that. But if she says she doesn't like The Godfather, then well, I'll do a Clockwork Orange and strap her in a chair and make her watch it 9 times.
Yeah.
Eventually, she's gonna be like, "I think he's insane. I better not let him know where I live."
I better just cut all ties with this insane person.
So we went to see a Marvel movie today, and of course, since we're seeing a Marvel movie, I was hoping our friend at the movie theater, there's a girl that's in a wheelchair, and she always usually takes our ticket. She's a sweetheart, always talks to us, and I always try to wear a shirt that's opposite of the movie that we're seeing, just to fuck with her. I mentioned that on here before, but for people that
she was at the bus stop when we went by.
When I walked in, she was getting on to the access bus, and I waved at her. But so I love to fuck with her, so I wore the Superman shirt.
She says something about it every time too.
She's like, "Why are you wearing?" I'm like, "I do it just to mess with you." Like the next time we see the Fantastic Beasts Part 2 comes out later this year, I'm gonna have to find like a Lord of the Rings shirt.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm sure you got one in your closet.
I actually don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have anything Lord of the Rings. I have a Game of Thrones shirt, but I don't have a Game of Thrones. Well, actually, I don't have it anymore. I had to throw it away. It just said Hodor on it. It said Hodor within quotation marks and like / Hodor. I thought it was pretty funny. But
yeah.
So how do we talk about this without spoiling? Because for one, I came out of nowhere. Okay, and for two,
well, it's a very enjoyable movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very funny.
Yeah.
Like there's some hilarious moments in this movie. They took all the humor from the first one and they just amplified it for the second one. There's so many more jokes in it.
There's so many subtle jokes that you have to have seen certain things to get.
Yeah.
Did you notice the gun? The knob on the gun went up to 11.
Yeah,
I'm so happy. I saw that. I was like, wait, is that? Oh my god, it goes to 11. If you've never seen This Is Spinal Tap, you won't get that joke.
Yeah,
that's one of the funniest scenes in that movie. Yeah, I don't own This Is Spinal Tap. I don't know why I don't.
Really?
It's fucking. Have you ever seen it all the way through?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's been a while, but I don't think I have that either.
Yeah, they recently put out like an anniversary edition of it on Blu-ray, so I had to pick that up.
Yeah,
I got the Up and Smoke anniversary Blu-ray, 40th anniversary of Up and
Smoke.
Oh yeah, that movie still holds up.
Good, yeah.
And it's one of those rare cases that the movie cleaned up on Blu-ray actually looks way better.
Yeah, the
sound is better and everything. I watched it and I enjoyed it the whole time. Like fuck yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah,
and Deadpool 2.
I can't wait to see this again.
Yeah,
I know there's stuff I missed, and I want to catch those little things that I missed out on, and just see the hilarity over again. Like,
there's so many cameos. I want to. There's one in particular that of a person who's really famous.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. What was the character's name?
The Vanisher.
The Vanisher. You never see him because he's invisible.
Yeah, he's an invisible guy.
You see his face for a split second at one moment, and when you see who it is, it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, if you're not paying attention, you won't even catch it.
Yeah, if you're going down to grab your popcorn at that moment, it's that quick.
Yeah, it's just an instant, but if you see it, it's great.
But everybody was better in this than the first one.
Yeah,
Colossus was so much better.
Yeah, Colossus was way better than this.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead she was on that Exorcist show, and she really got good on that show, and she's a very talented young actress.
Yeah, I liked her in this. She's you could tell she'd grown up a little bit, so she wasn't just a little snotty little bitch the whole time. She still made her snide comments and whatnot, but she wasn't as bitchy.
She had a good girlfriend, Yukio, and the whole purpose this girl served in the whole movie, she liked Wade for some reason. Hi Wade, hey Yukio. That's all she said was either hi Wade or bye Wade throughout the whole movie. Those were her only lines.
He got all pervy fangirl on her every time that she would say hi Wade.
Yeah, it was like he's mean and shitty to everybody. He was never mean to her once.
Yeah.
He was nothing but nice to her. That was so funny.
Yeah, that was great.
And you can really tell, because in the end it said written by, and it said also co-written by Ryan Reynolds. He had a lot to do with the writing, and you can tell, because his sense of humor is in this.
Did you catch the bit at the beginning? I wonder if that's actual true. I'm sure it is.
Oh, I don't
Where they were like the things you had to read, and one of them was it was directed by one of the guys that
killed the dog.
Killed the dog.
That's true.
Is it actually true?
Yeah, David Leitch. Yeah, he was one of them guys that killed John Wick's dog.
Yeah, killed John Wick's dog.
And they say that directed by the guy, directed by one of the guys.
Yeah, like I was wondering about that.
The main one of that group was Alfie Allen. He was actually a main character on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He's one of the Theon Greyjoy was his name on Game of Thrones, and he was like the guy that actually broke into John Wick's house with his little gang of people. Yeah, David Leitch was one of them.
He killed John Wick's dog.
Yeah,
and then he directed Deadpool 2.
Did a great job.
Yeah,
I mean, I like the directing of the first one, but I think this one was actually a little bit better put together.
Yeah, I think it was too.
I mean, overall, if I talk about every aspect of this film, overall I liked the first one better. However, this one was funnier. And
I'm right on the edge. I have to see it again.
I want to see it back to back.
But I'm right now. I'm thinking Deadpool 1 was a better movie, but I actually like Deadpool 2 more.
I get that. I like
it. Just I don't know if it's just the more comedy or all the subtle little things to pick up on. They had to spend a lot of time introducing us to the character in the first one, which was, that was cool. But who he is right from the start in this one.
Yeah, this movie does not fuck around. I mean, there are in the first act of the film, it does kind of move a little slow, and it doesn't feel like original. But then there's a part where they go to prison, and that's where the movie kind of takes off.
Yeah.
When they get to prison.
But I can see that. You know, you have to build up some sort of tension to get. Like, if not, there's no payoff at the end.
I agree with that 100%.
Like, if you don't build it up a little bit, it's just like, oh, who cares?
Make us wait for some stuff, and boy, do they.
Oh, yeah.
I won't give away what it is, but there's a part, when you see it in the trailers, where the X-Force is on the helicopter, or the plane, or whatever the fuck they're on, and they go to jump off.
We can talk about that in our little spoiler segment a little bit, I think.
But from that until the end of that scene, it's about 10 minutes, and it's 10 minutes of the greatest film ever captured.
Yes.
So much happens in this 10-minute period, and it's all fucking insane. Like, I have a really warped sense of humor. Like, I find shit funny that most people don't.
Yeah.
And it was like somebody, like, did a brain scan on me and was like, okay, I know Joe will find this funny.
Yeah.
And they did it. I'm like,
like, what would the most demented people laugh at? Let's do that.
Yeah.
7 times, 7 different ways.
So good. And they have top-notch actors playing some of these roles that they're in there for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
So,
overall, it was very enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I was really surprised that there was not a lot of people in this movie.
No.
And the only people that were there were fucking loud talkers.
Yeah, thankfully his voice wasn't like a booming voice. Like during the big part, I couldn't hear him. But when things would slow down, but if I was sitting there next to him,
oh yeah,
somebody told him to shut the fuck up at one point. I could hear it, and he just didn't pay attention. He just kept going.
Yeah,
I bet he got beat up in the parking lot.
I bet he did too.
Don't talk during a fucking movie.
No, it's not like that's not what we want to hear. We want to hear the movie make funny jokes and smart ass comments.
Yeah, we don't need
want to hear
commentary.
some asshole in the fucking crowd trying to say stupid shit the whole time, like extremely loud, like, oh no he didn't.
Ryan Reynolds, you're an asshole. He actually said that loud as shit. I have a theory, one or two theories about that guy. He may have been slightly special needs. I heard of his voice, and I think maybe, or he had him a couple drinks before.
Yeah.
Because he had it. So I didn't want to say anything because, like, man, what if this guy's like my daughter and he doesn't know that he's being that loud? So,
well, we have had a few people with us in our normal mornings that are that way.
yeah,
And they don't, like, they're usually pretty quiet and they don't bother you too bad, but they will speak out and say stuff.
that one old man comes with his son.
Yeah.
And his son will talk sometimes, but it's never obnoxious.
It's not bad. It's not bothersome whatsoever.
I think that kid has Asperger's.
Yeah.
And so I excuse that.
That guy, I couldn't hear him as well as you because he was on your side, so it was a little bit annoying, but like, it wasn't enough. It wasn't ruining it enough to get up and tell him that I was going to kick his ass or anything.
For me, I could let it pass. Like when I was the first time I saw the Avengers 2, so that was actually the first movie I ever saw in this Escape Theater was Avengers 2. And it was right after the theater opened. Me and Amy went to see it on like a Friday morning when it first came out, and fucking loved it. There was a guy talking like that, but it was like the movie was so loud you could barely hear him. I was like, I'm not going to start any trouble.
Yeah.
It's not like the motherfucker at the War for the Planet of the Apes. Oh, you heard what she said about that. It turned out they went to clean up the theater, and they found like empty liquor bottles under that guy's seat.
No shit.
I'm sorry, I can't drink in the morning.
No.
I can't because I'll be useless for the rest of the day. It's not like waking and baking where you can actually function for the rest of the day. Not that I do that.
Yeah, not at all.
Drugs are bad.
I've had days where I've gotten up and just said fuck it and crack a beer, drink some beers, and just start fucking beer breakfast. But
I have done that out at the lake. But when we know we have nowhere to go, it's like okay, it's already noon.
Like, I'm not going somewhere and sneaking liquor bottles around my pocket with me and shit like that early in the morning. No thanks.
So Overall, I don't want to run this on too long because actually, the less time you make these videos, the better they do. They get more views. So we're not going to tie you up too long. I want to say something real quick before we go into the trailers. I have a couple of new subscribers, and I want to thank everybody who watched my last video. For those of you who didn't see it, Fox canceled my favorite fiction show, because I watch a lot of different kinds of shows. A lot of the shows I watch are like comedy shows and stuff. But as far as like a fiction show, to me, Lucifer was the best show on television. And I did a 9-minute rant video. I didn't write it or plan it. I literally just put up my camera and just started going off. And it's not like my other rants, which are obviously like I'm over exaggerating. Yeah. Like the one with the guys backing into the parking spots. I mean, of course I don't like that, but I was being. But no, in the Lucifer video, that's real. I'm really that angry because I fucking love that show. and as it stands right now, I've got about 100 times more views for that than. But I tell you who I have to thank for that is my wife, because she set up the Twitter account for this the Saturday Morning Cheap Seats. Yeah. And she tagged all the actors. Every other Lucifer groups, and so all these different groups are watching it. So like 1,000 people are watching this video.
That's cool,
and I appreciate it. So everybody out there who watched the Lucifer video and enjoyed it, I'm glad you came back for more content. So yeah,
now you get to see us make a fool of ourselves doing other things.
Yeah, for those of you that are new to the channel, there's something we do on this channel called drunk reviews. Now we don't call them drunk reviews. Whatever we're drinking at the time, it's rum reviews, whiskey reviews.
Yeah,
and most people think, oh, I'd like to get drunk and just talk about... No, that's what we actually do. We have a couple drinks and we talk about a movie that...
we usually start drinking when we start the movie, and we drink the entire time. So it depends on how long the movie is or how terrible the movie is, our state when we do our review.
we made a huge mistake last time, and we watched the WWE's The Greatest Royal Rumble, which was I liked the show overall. I think the overall
it was an awesome show.
But by the end of it,
way too long.
We were so drunk. I recorded a review. I honestly only remember recording the first 5 minutes of it, and it was a 27-minute video. I don't remember like the last 20 minutes of that video at all. Yeah. And I watched it. I tell you what, if enough people, whoever's watching these videos, if I get enough comments on this, put up the video, because it's ridiculous. We're so drunk. At the end of the video, I forget that we went over the matches.
Yeah.
I'm like, did we talk about the other matches? And you're like, what? Yeah.
Like the whole thing is a Royal Rumble. He's ready to just shut it off before we even talk about the Rumble at all. Alright, that's enough for this video. See you guys next time.
I was lit up. But
that's fun. Well, let's talk about trailers real quick.
Is there much to talk about? I mean, like the trailers. We got
that Hotel
Artemis, and that was a different trailer this time.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that it could be bad, but I like when Jodie Foster doesn't play good guy characters. She's so good at like villains, like in Elysium when she's like the evil president lady.
Yeah,
she's so good in those roles.
That has me interested. I want to see that.
It's got Batista in it.
Yeah, I'll watch anything with Batista.
Oh, if I angle the video, I can't play with my nuts while we're doing the video.
Then we got a couple other movies. I think most of them we had already seen. I thought there was something new.
There was, but I don't fucking remember it. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know. There's so much stuff in Deadpool that distracted me after the fact.
All right. We're not going to do a whole lot of spoilers because we're not going to spoil the storyline. We're not going to spoil how it ends. We're just going to talk about some scenes that we enjoyed.
Cool scenes. So if you don't want to know anything about it, this is probably the time to turn it off.
YouTube is great now. If you pause it here and go away from it, if you have, you can come back and it'll start you right at this point. So yeah. I will actually post in the description. I'll say at this time is when the spoilers start. Yeah. So a couple spoilers, and then we're going to turn this off. Go ahead. You go ahead and start.
Oh, where to start? There's so many good things. Like, without the ruining the storyline, I think that we have to talk about the scene you started talking about where they all jump out of the plane. Because
it's it's probably, like I said, it's the 10 greatest minutes ever captured on film ever. So many people fucking die.
They go up in the plane. He assembles his X-Force. They go up in the plane. Someone randomly says, I I think it's a little bit windy for skydiving, isn't it? Oh, well, nope. They all jump out of the plane. They all do perfect skydives all the way down until they get to the point where they pull their chutes. And as soon as they pull their parachutes, shit just goes to hell. The first guy pulls his chute, he shoots off to the side. The next guy shoots off this way. They're showing them all fuck up. There's guys in the background doing this number, swinging around in their parachutes.
The only part that upset me about that scene is I love Terry Crews.
Yeah.
I hate the movie White Chicks. I know a lot of people like that. I don't, except for the scenes with Terry Crews. Anytime he's on screen in that movie, I'm like, okay, I'm back in.
Yeah.
I'm in, because Terry Crews is so... I loved Everybody Hates Chris.
He fucking flew down and murdered a bus.
Yeah. So he got a whole bus full of people with him. He was in the movie for 5 minutes.
He just fucking parachuted right into the front of it. Splat. He's dead. He's not just hurt, he's dead.
Another guy's like, well, maybe he'll be okay, and the guy lands right on power lines.
Yeah.
That was the
Vanisher.
And spoilers, if you don't want to know this, turn it off. The Vanisher is Brad Pitt.
Yes.
It's Brad Pitt. You see his face for 2 seconds.
He's invisible when he hits the power lines. He becomes visible for a split second before he dies. It's fucking Brad Pitt all the way.
No lines. There's no lines in the movie.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Oh, God. What happened to the one guy fucking flew down into a wood chipper?
It was a guy that happened to spit like poisonous melting vomit.
Yeah.
And there was a guy that joined their team. What was his name? Wasn't it some really simple name?
Like
Peter.
Gary or
it was Peter.
Peter, yeah.
His name was Peter. He had no superpowers.
Zero superpowers. He had on a button-up shirt. He was the only one. He flew down, and you're waiting because at this point everyone else is fucked up. He fucking flies down, perfect landing, takes the chute off. He's fine. Then he goes over. The guy lands in the wood chipper feet first, and he goes over to try to help pull him out. And the guy fucking pukes vomit on him, and his arm fucking rips off. He falls down dead. Oh, man, it was incredible.
And once again, spoilers if you haven't gotten that at this point. And the Juggernaut is in this.
Yeah.
And for those of you that saw X-Men 3, god damn, they did Juggernaut better in this.
Yeah.
He really looked like the Juggernaut. And he looked at Wade like, I'm going to tear you in half. And Wade went and Deadpool went up and he literally grabbed him.
And ripped him in half. Yes.
And then he had to grow back his legs.
Yes. You remember in the first one when he cut his hand off? He had a baby hand? Yes. He had baby legs.
And
a baby dick.
Yeah.
And he fucking Sinead O'Connor you with his baby dick too.
Which means Sharon Stone?
Yeah, Sharon Stone.
Basic Instinct, yeah.
Yeah. He totally did. With his little baby dick.
But and then we'll end this because we're running on too long. Some characters I thoroughly enjoyed in this movie. Domino, to me, I'm in love with that girl now.
Yeah, she was awesome.
She was so funny, and so her just devil may care attitude, just like whatever.
Yeah,
I loved it so much.
Her superpower is luck. She's just very lucky,
and when she is like everything falls apart around her.
She just doesn't even have to try. And she's just fine the whole entire time. Everything works out perfectly.
But her good luck kills so many other people.
Yeah.
But overall, the shining star of this movie was Cable. Josh Brolin is Cable. Did you catch the Goonies reference?
Yes.
Deadpool made a Goonies reference. For those of you who don't know, Josh Brolin was Mikey in... Not Mikey, he was Brandon in...
he was Mikey's big brother.
Brand in the Goonies. That's where he got it. That was one of his first movies he ever did.
Yeah.
And they
got that. That was a good reference. He called him Thanos.
And then he called him Thanos. Talk about breaking the fourth wall. This movie is like they do that 100 times.
Oh yeah, a bunch. But they didn't try to overdo it. I like that. They didn't try to go too ridiculous. Like the first one let you know every time that it was breaking the fourth wall. This one was like slick about it.
It was subtle.
Sometimes, yeah. Like, yeah, you just give the camera a look.
All right, so for the next 3 drunk reviews that we do, we're going to review a trilogy that was supposed to be a quadrilogy, but the third part lost the studio $60 million and they canned the last part. It's a movie series that I've often talked about how much I hate, just because I like to fuck with my wife because she loves these movies. A lot of times when I come over here, she'll watch like all of them in a row.
Yeah.
And that's Divergent. Oh, there's a totally sticker there. I didn't notice that. Yeah, the Divergent movies.
Yay.
They suck balls. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some redeeming qualities to the film. Miles Teller and, oh god, the guy that played Captain Boomerang. I can't remember his name offhand, but the guy that played Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad. He is actually really fun to watch in this one, but especially in the sequel, Insurgent. He's great in that. But and then after that, I got Pickle Rick!
Rick and Morty, hell yeah.
So, final assessment, go see Deadpool 2. It's everything you want in the Deadpool movie. There's gonna be sequels.
Oh, yeah. There'll be Deadpool 3, 4, 5.
Well, they're gonna do Deadpool 3, and there's gonna be an X-Force movie. It's already in production.
Yeah. I have a feeling he's gonna pop up in some other movies. The new X-Men movie. He'll make an appearance.
Well, now that Disney owns the Fox Studios, I would venture to say Deadpool might end up showing up in Infinity War 2.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be cool.
I would even more like him to show up in the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, that would be... Well, in the Venom movie, it slipped. Spider-Man's going to be in the Venom movie.
Yeah, I saw that. But the next Spider-Man, it might have Deadpool, and then it might be the best movies of all time.
I so hope it has Deadpool.
That would be awesome.
All right, well, I think we ran this on like a half an hour, so see Deadpool 2. We'll be back in about 2 hours, a little bit more intoxicated, and reviewing what I think is a terrible fucking movie.
Yeah, we might be pissed.
Oh no!
See you then.
I'll be smiling. He'll be. Thank you.
Yay.
See you later.